We pick up this episode of Inflation Watch by exploring the factors influencing the inflation outturn for September 2022 relative to September 2021 as measured by the Statistical Institute of Jamaica. Recall that for the August 2022 outturn, we shared with you that inflation was 10.2%, which remained above the upper limit of the bank's target of 4 to 6%. According to the most recent data, consumer prices increased by 9.3% in September 2022 relative to September 2021, which we are heartened to note was below the August 2022 outturn and was largely in line with our forecast. This outturn, however, represented the 14th consecutive month Jamaica's inflation rate has been above the upper limit of the bank's target range. Inflation in September was largely driven by higher costs for restaurant and accommodation services, along with higher food prices. The higher food prices reflected higher prices for meat, along with increased prices for cereals and cereal products, which reflected higher costs for flour, rice, and bread. There were also increased costs for electricity, which reflected the ending of the Government of Jamaica's subsidy on electricity bill for customers who use 200 kilowatts per hour or less. On a monthly basis, the increase in inflation largely reflected higher tuition fees charged by private primary level institutions, along with higher electricity rates due to the ending of the Government of Jamaica's electricity subsidy, as mentioned earlier. There were also increases in the prices for school books, stationery, and some processed and non-processed foods items such as carrot, tomatoes, Irish and sweet potatoes. The monthly outturn was partly offset by a decline in transport due to lower petrol prices for the month. The price increases continued to reflect the staggered impact of elevated international commodity prices such as crude oil and grains on domestic prices due in part to the Russia-Ukraine conflict. Domestic prices were also affected by higher shipping costs and the continued improvement in domestic demand.
Join us next month on Inflation Watch to see what the inflation number will be.